Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to the channel of chilled, relaxed plant content where we talk about the good, the bad, the thriving, and the dying plants in our collection. We try our best to learn how to grow the plants that we love successfully. And yeah, if that sounds like something you want to do and hang out and learn from or contribute to or participate in, hit the subscribe button and come hang out. So today is going to be my fastest growing Hoyas from starts or root cuttings in the summer. So I did a fastest growing Hoyas in the winter a couple of months ago, and I just want to be able to compare, look back, compare, see what's growing, you know, in the winter. If one of these Hoyas are taken off in the winter, I'd like to know that and note that. And then also the same with the summer. So that's what we're doing here. Okay, so like I just said, all of the Hoyas that I'm going to show you today are from starts that I either imported from Thailand, or they're just bare root, like no cuttings, not bare root, they're just cuttings of plants that I've had sent to me when I first started getting into plants. So this is like a year update on the plants that actually survived the Thailand import, and also same with some cuttings. So which do I start with first? Let's start with this guy, just because he's here, right? Alright, so this is my Hoya Cardiophylla, and I mean, this guy started out with 2 leaves maybe, and we definitely have a lot more than that. The plant seems to be growing more of like a bush-like plant, but it's still relatively small, so who knows. Each leaf on this comes out a little different, which I really like. I think it, you know, it makes the plant more interesting. You can go through each leaf and see the different characteristics of the leaf and what's more prominent in that leaf and not. So this leaf right here is one of the original leaves. And just as you go through looking at the different leaves, you can see there's more venation prominent in other leaves. There's more of a wave to some of the other leaves. Look at this guy. And overall, this is just a very satisfying plant to grow. It's definitely started to take off. The plant has split off into 3 branches, and all 3 branches are putting out leaves. So definitely a summer grower, I think. Okay, so the next one I'm going to show you is my Hoya Bentioni, and look at this guy. I think he's going to be a trailer. I'm very excited. This is the newest leaf. It's a little funky because it was pushed up against the wall, but it's large. It's my largest leaf on this plant so far already. The plants are nice and thick. They're thick. Very nice plant. I hope you can see anyway, the venation. It's like a darker green leaf with a lighter venation, and it's very subtle, but it's beautiful. So, also growing very well. Okay, so the next one I'm going to show you is my Hoya Carnosa freckles, and this guy is taking off. I mean, and look at this newest leaf. That is beautiful. Look at the sides are wrinkly, or not wrinkly, wavy, and just the splash on that. The older leaves kind of get more of like a matte type of look to it, like the shine kind of wears off, but when the shine's still there, it's very pretty. And again, another one I would definitely recommend. I actually have, it's right next to me too actually, a little cutting from this plant that is also starting to take off and grow. This is a good plant to grow if you want it to grow fast. You want thick leaves, dark green with a little bit of splash. The freckle is definitely the plant you want. Okay, so the next Hoya I'm going to show you is my Hoya Croniana Eskimo. And if you can see, look, it's a beautiful little bush. This is all from like one stem originally with a couple of leaves on top, and look at how much this has grown. I haven't tried taking cuttings from this guy yet, but it puts out a whole bunch of aerial roots. I feel like I could propagate this easily if I feel like I want to. But I have the Croniana, just the regular form, and it's not as bushy and prolific of a grower as this one is. So something about the Eskimo makes them grow. Okay, so the next one I'm going to show you is my Hoya Jennifer, and this one is probably my top tier, my top favorites right now. I mean, look at the venation on it. It's putting out decent amount of leaves. It's got a new tendril coming up. I'm very excited to see this guy. I hope this plant trails. If anybody knows if this is a trailing plant, let me know in the comments below. If it's a bushy plant, that's fine too. I want to kind of take note of which plants are more trailing and which ones are more bushy to try to figure out which plants I want to trellis and which ones I want to let hang. So, it's so beautiful. I mean, it's a very cute, beautiful plant. Beautiful. A lot of these plants are getting kind of like top heavy, so we definitely have to repot them like soon. So, alright, the next one I'm going to show you is my Hoya Diversifolia. And this one has like taken off. Like, we had a couple leaves down here, but all of this is new growth within the past couple of months. We have a whole bunch of aerial roots coming up. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get new leaves right there. And this one is also another like nice like royal green with a little bit of splashing here and there. There's also like, I want you to look at this leaf up close. I don't know if you could see like the lighter green interplay in between the darker green, but I told you they're top heavy, they're falling. It is so beautiful. I'm going to try to get you real close to this leaf. Hold on. I don't know if you can see that, but I hope you can. And if you can get your hands on one of this guy. Again, this one, the leaves come out a little funky. I think they're eventually going to be this shaped, but I have a couple of little funky guys going on, and I really like that too. Again, it brings character to the plant, so it's alright. Okay, so the next ones I'm going to show you is my Hoya Memorials. I actually have two of them. I think they might be different forms. I don't know. I think if it is a different form, I think this one is like the wider leaf form, and then this one's like more of a narrow form. This one definitely has more splash than this one. They're both in the same amount of light, get the same treatment, so maybe there's just a splashier, narrow leaf version and a wider, more green leaf version. I don't know. But I have taken a cutting from this guy and it has brooded. These are very prolific growers. They're starting to come out. I've actually been able to get a larger plant of this, which is also right next to me. And this is what it looks like. This is what I got from my local nursery. And as you can see, it's put out all these tendrils. And yeah, so it seems like the summertime is when this plant wants to grow. Okay, so my fastest, hands down, growing Hoya, probably just in general. I got this plant as 4 separate cuttings, just cuttings, that was it. And now it is a huge plant. It's got tendrils that are like 2 to 3 feet long, waiting for some leaves to pop out. It has all of these leaves. I mean, this is a fast growing plant. I think any type of pubicalyx you can get will grow fast. It's very rewarding. This is a plant where most of the leaves will look the same. I do have a couple, like right here, these 3 that are kind of funky looking, but it's just, look at it. I don't even know if you can see it all. in all of its glory. The tendrils just up waving around. Alright guys, so these are my fastest growing Hoyas in the summer so far. Maybe next year they'll be different. It'd be really cool to see the progression of some of these plants and you know, how they started off as 1 or 2 leaf, I keep saying inch, but 1 or 2 leaf cuttings or, you know, little starts, and now become huge new plants. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you have any of these plants, how they're growing for you, any tips or tricks to make them grow a little faster. Whether or not some of these plants can trail or if they should be trellised, let me know. And until next time guys, relax, plant, and peace out.